wanted to put a video together for our ROGBY system. ROGBY. ROGBY is the colors. That way you know who is on the floor at what time, and it's based on their skill level, not just at evaluations, but what you have seen through these last 3 or 4 weeks as to who your best player is, who's the one with the most improvement. And so you're going to have those in order and what is in your mind of who the best player is on down. Then that determines who plays on the court at a time. I know some of you had 9 or 10 players and it ends up dividing into 2 teams. Well, you're playing other teams that may have the same number. So still stay with the system, and because it's the one that has worked out well for us here at Upward, Woodridge, and I've been at other churches over the last 15 years doing Upward, and I've always had a system sort of like this. That way everybody knew what color was on the court at the same time. ROGBY, red is the R. When you look at a team, you should be able to see the red. It's a cable tie, but it's Velcroed around the top of their jersey, and know that that's the best performing through practices and the coach's thoughts of person on the court. Y, ROGBY with the Y at the end, the Y is the one that needs the most improvement out of the 5 that are on the court. And so I'm going to show you how that works with substitutions. That way the game is as fair as we can make it with the people out there. Now, let me say this, as coaches, if you've got a player who may be your top star stud player, but he is one of the shortest players, and you're going against the top stud of the other team, and he's a whole lot taller, you may want to adjust that some, but work with the other coach. Both of you are out there for the good of the players, the good of the team, and so just work with each other, talk to each other. Hey, coach, would you mind if I substitute these 2 or switch these up? And I've done this for many, many years, and I've never seen a coach say, no, I don't want that change, because it's just better for everybody when we make it look where the kids can be successful on the court. And so I'm going to share my screen with you a little bit, and I'm going to show you how this system works. All right. So let's see. Okay. So I'm showing you an Excel spreadsheet of the 6 periods. Now this is for kindergarten through 3rd grade or 4th grade for the boys. Once you get to 5th and 6th grade, we don't have the ROGBY color system. It's not matched up by a color band on the shirt or anything like that. It's matched up on, the coaches are going to tell them who they're guarding, or, finding someone who plays a similar position or talent level. Okay. And so for the younger ages, we have the ROGBY system. You can see down here at the bottom, red, orange, green, blue, and yellow, ROGBY. Okay. And so what happens is red is going to be your top person. Now, so let's say we're playing 5-on-5. Not all of our leagues are doing that this year, of course. But so I'm playing 5-on-5. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got my 5 players in there. And so I know it's going to be red, orange, green, blue, and yellow. Okay, right? Fine, ROGBY. Now the second period, because we do play 6 periods, the second period for my starters, I'm going to start with those that were on the bench. 1, 2, 3, go back up to the top, 4 and 5. Okay, those are the people on the court. However, here is where ROGBY differs. Your top player will always be red. Every time Billy is in the game, he is going to be red. Okay. Every time Tommy is in the game, he is going to be yellow. All right. So red, orange, green, blue, yellow. All right. So easy stuff, right? The best solution I've ever had is I had an assistant coach with me. When the players came over, I would talk to the team. I knew who was going on the floor. My assistant coach was in charge of switching out the bands, okay? If Billy and Ted know that they're going to be in, you just tell them, hey, keep your band. They're done with that process. But the other 3, you're going to switch out, all right? Third period, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we got a new red because Billy is out. So red, orange, green, blue, and yellow. And on it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and starting here at the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so your red is always your best top performing player on the court. Red, orange, green, blue, yellow. Same here. Red, orange, green, blue, yellow, and red, orange, green, blue, oops, yellow. So as you can see, Tommy played, how many times did they play? Billy, Ted, Joseph, Fred, and Bob all played 4 quarters, 4 periods of the 6. Cade, Caleb, and Tommy only played 3. But over the course of the season, they will play about the same amount. And I'll show you why in just a minute. Now you can see Billy is always red. Ted will always be red or orange. Those are the top 2. Same with Joseph, will be red, orange, or green. Never any different than red, orange, or green. Tommy will always be yellow. Unless during the season, he all of a sudden turns into LeBron James or something, then you can look at moving it different. But when you do, things change as far as their playing time and things like that. So try not to change it during the season. However, if they just go off the charts and are just amazing, make it fair for all the teams involved. So you see Tommy on the bottom. Caleb will never be anything but blue or yellow. Cade will never be anything but green, blue, or yellow. That's the way the ROGBY system works. Please make sure you're following the ROGBY system. I urge you to, because it makes it fair for everyone. The older ages, the full court, 4th through 6th girls or 5th and 6th boys, it's up to the coaches on that end. If you want mismatches, okay, but try to make it fair for the players, okay? Now, this is the substitution system for that one game. Let's look at the next game. All right, same names, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The starters for game 1 were Billy, Ted, Joseph, Fred, and Bob. Now, remember, Billy is your best player, and not exactly from evaluations, but reevaluate your players, not through the same skills, but you've seen them at practice, so you know how they're going to play, okay? You have a good idea of who your best players and who those that need more practice are, okay? Second game, this is game 1, this is game 2. Your second game, 1, 2, 3, Billy does not start, okay? Ted does. Now, if you're using the Upward app, it will do this for you. Put your players in order, and it will do this for you if you're in the younger ages, okay? So put your players in and their rankings, A through E players, A player being your best, and E or F or G being the one that most needs the most help. And so that way this comes up for you. The substitutions is already done for you. Everything is done for you. But if you need to know the art behind it, this is what the video is for. All right. Game 3, you guessed it, Joseph and on down. All right. Game 4. So you're thinking, man, Billy didn't start much at all except for game 1. Why would I want Billy in there starting game 1, my best player, because he's not going to start the next 3 games. But he's going to play most of those games. He's still going to play the same amount over the course of the season because, watch this. Now, Fred is going to start on the bench. Bob, 1, 2, 3, 4. And Billy's back starting. Now we go 1, 2, 3. And 2 more up here. Cade is now starting on the bench. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can see it should make a pattern just like this, where you got these gray streaks right here. Anything more than 5, you'll have that many streaks between games that Billy starts. These are 8 players on this team, so you should have 3 blocks right here. Okay, so if you'll see, Billy starts 5 games still. All right, Ted starts 5 games. Joseph starts 5 games. Fred starts 5 games. Tommy starts 5 games. Caleb starts 5 games. Everybody starts the same amount of games over the course of the season, all right? And that's for the 8 games that we have. So you see that over time, they do play about the same amount, okay? So please hold to this on substitutions. your best player may, you may want to talk to the parents ahead of time and say, hey, because of the substitution process, your son's going to start the first one, may not start the next three, but after that, he's starting the rest of them. You don't have to explain the whole he's better, he's worse, or anything like that, but at least they know what's going on if you need to. If not, I've never had to explain to any of the parents. I just say over the course of the season, everybody plays the same amount. Okay. Substitutions, you got that: red, orange, green, blue, yellow, ROGBY. Okay. But on the substitutions, you have these five, then you start with the next one, the first one on the bench. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But red is always, always at the top. Red, orange, green, blue, yellow. Red, orange, green, blue, yellow. Okay. So just a quick video to show you how that works. You can see red, orange, green, blue, yellow, ROGBY. Okay. We're going to be saying ROGBY at the games. You coaches will know ROGBY. All right. That way we know that you're making the best situation for the kids. Okay. And the gameplay, how Billy starts the first one, but he sits. He's the first sitter on, and then Ted. You don't do Cade, Caleb, Tommy, Billy, and Ted like you do in substitutions, because gameplay is different. All right. So thank you again for watching the video. I hope that you use that in the system. If not, then I may reach out to you on game day and say, hey, we need to follow the ROGBY system. Make sure and watch the video because we want you to know. We want you to be successful and have fun. We want the kids to have fun. We want them to have the same amount of playing time across the board. And we just want it to be a great league. Thank you so much for being involved and so much for being a part of Upward this year. All right.